Oh my God!
Freedom of speech.
It was our job to help law enforcement.
Off as a fucking terrorist.
Well, obviously we have a rapist in Lincoln Park. He's climbing in your windows. He's snatching your people up, trying to rape them. So y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband because they're raping everybody out here.
Is a First Amendment right for American citizens. That doesn't mean you're free of consequences.
It was our job to help law enforcement.
I had a disagreement because Cross started going after the families of the Delphi case, and when I started calling him out on his bullshit, he got really pissed and blocked me 6 weeks from Sunday.
Prof is a fucking terrorist.
All right. Hello, everyone. I think they're going to make this as absolutely hard as humanly possible. That's okay. I'll keep going. We have the right to do this, and we will do this. Welcome in everybody who's here. I'm glad to see you all. This is part 2, point 2. Part 2.2. So, yeah, we'll try to get through this, but I mean, it could happen again because, they are absolutely, I don't know. Glad to see everyone here. What's up, Brittany? Let's say hi to Brittany, Peachy, Julia, Matt, Goddess, Sway Smith, New Day, Goose's Gammy, Pertinent, Artist, Quadaxel Mimi, Nicole Watt, Bonnie, Emily, Silence Woman, our baby daddy, Deb's here. Big JD, Nana Chris again. All right, thank you guys for sticking with me. It's ruining my whole fucking program here. Deb, Pertinent, Mustang. Good to see you. I'm apologizing for the interruption of the stream. I do not intend it, but it's the best I can do right now, okay? Doing my best here. Fighting a bunch of retards. Okay, excuse the language. Excuse the vernacular. There.
Oh my God!
All right. Now. All right. It's the Chomos. The Chomos. Like I said, they're really upset that we're talking about Keegan Kline, that we're criticizing the bullshit, that be a bullshit, and all that stuff. All right. So I'm glad to see everyone. We're going to get on right on into it. Bless her heart, Putin Pop. Oh, Putin Pop, come on, going to play victim. Now, Prof doxed me. No, I shared an article after you destroyed my community. Okay? Maybe try not smoking meth and fucking driving a vehicle, and, you know, you won't have an article to blast, but all right. All right. Whew. All right, so we're here. Christopher, hey, that's a new, hey, look, at least we're picking up some new people. Christopher's here now. Thank you, Chris. Hey, Claremont's in here. What's up, Claremont? See, we're picking up some more stragglers. All right. Good to see everybody. Hey, we got Moonbeam 70s. You see what I mean? Now we got more people. All right. We're good. So we're going to pick up on part 2. Point 2. Please hit the like again. Yeah, do me a favor. Hit that like again. All right. Let's see. All right. Hey, Sway Smith. We are here trying to do a single fucking live stream. They can't let it happen, though. All right. So we're going to get back into it. We are watching the Hulu documentary. We can't even make it through episode 1 without getting multiple attacks, because they know they can go and try to report this. See, here's how they do it. They go report it until YouTube pulls it down. And that's how they do things. They Charles told me that before he disappeared. He said, Prof, you got to learn what the troll farm does. They mass report. So what they do, they get in their little Discord and they say, hey, everybody go report. So then you get 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 all simultaneously reporting you. And that's what these idiots do. So that's how they get things done. And that's why we're never able to get things done, because we don't gang stalk, you know. But I'm glad to see everybody. Let's see. Yeah, get comfy, but you don't know how long we're going to be here. This won't probably go down too, because I'm not stopping. I'm going to keep going. All right. Good to see everybody, though. Moonbeam, Big JD, Mustang, Quadaxel. Carol. Is that Carol? For baby daddy. Pert. Artist formerly known. All right. My mouse is still glitchy a little. Got Ninja in here. Woot woot. All right, guys. So, yeah. Hey, the Troll Patrol says, yo, say yo, everyone. The Troll Patrol will be in Kokomo tomorrow, kicking. In court proceeding, I have all my files ready to go. It's going to be a great day, says Troll Patrol. Great job, Troll Patrol. Keep picking. Mr. Ban Evade. All right. What's up? I have Apophis. 8088. 888. All right. Ban. Silence Woman. Mustang. All right. Who's her daddy? Claremont. Nicole. All right. All right. We were on the dat be a bullshit, but let's keep going. That's what I keep saying, Moonbeam. We've got fair use. Look. We got fair use. I even put it in the little banner. You know, fair use. I won the other ones. I'll win these. Okay. Okay. Just drinking your coffee? Well, enjoy. Enjoy. All right. So we're going to go. We're going to go. So what we were doing, we were just trying to understand what we're looking at with this law enforcement product. Remember when I told you in the introduction to the first episode, spoiler alert, it is my determination and opinion, in my evaluation, I should say, this documentary was a law enforcement product. Why? Because all the CIs and the family members are who are making up the characters in this documentary. Okay, it's all a law enforcement product, meaning all the CIs, the informants, and the family members. That's it. That's it. You got informants and family members. That's it. No one else, not any independents have been brought into this Hulu documentary, except Kathy Allen, oddly enough. But you could say she's a family member, but of the victim, right? But you got the family member of the victim, that's Kathy Allen, the victim of Carroll County. And then you got all the CIs and all of the family members of Abby and Libby. So, well, and the Sandefers and others. It's a law enforcement product. Okay, that's why they're mad that I'm breaking it down. Okay, they're really angry that I'm breaking it down because everyone's supposed to swallow it whole cloth and not question a thing. And by us going in and nitpicking every detail and seeing what's presented, then we're like deconstructing the dat be a bullshit. So instead of just saying, "Oh, it's a documentary. It's on Hulu. It's awesome. It's all about Delphi murders," instead of being an idiot and parroting that line of garbage, you'll be able to go out and pick it apart for people and say, "No, it's a law enforcement product. Okay, it's platforming the state's narrative, the state's theory of the crime, the state's timeline, and all of the CIs." Okay, so with that being said, I should go and get my shit together and pull it back up. Let's see. I think we're about, we were nearing the end, which is the really infuriating part. It's like, you guys can't let me just get through the end. We were real close. We were pretty close to the end last time. Yeah, there we go. Here we go. Now, interestingly enough, do you guys remember when the footage of the interrogations came out? Do you guys remember that? Do you? You guys remember when the footage of the interrogation came out? Show of hands. Who was the first to receive the footage of the interrogations? I'll just wait. Because, you know, that whole story got lost too. There's been so many fucking controversies in Delphi that I think you guys forget all of the controversies because they just come one after the other. All right, so let's see. All right, looks like I've caught up pretty much. Hey, thank you, Suede. Prospects threaten their comfort, power, identity, and safety. Thank you very much, Suede. Look. No, it wasn't. Nope. Wrong. You guys don't know that story yet? Okay, time for a teaching moment. And I'm not sure I can remember it completely. So Hannah told some friends, I think this was on a Friday, that we're getting the thumb drive with the interviews on Monday. Okay. Somehow she received notice that she was getting the thumb drive of the interviews. And I'll have to go back and discuss this with a few people and come and tell you the whole full story because I can't remember it well, but basically it was weird because the Cranks and this one got it. And this one was the first to run with them. Okay. So in other words, this one got them first. After Hannah announced on a Friday that she was getting them on Monday, well, on Monday, this one got them. And the next thing you know, Crime Circus ended up with him, who is connected to the Cranks. Because the Cranks didn't want to have another monkey on their back after the BG video on the Rick Allen Justice website. Remember all that? Because this was right on the heels of that. So I know it doesn't really matter. We don't have to go through it a million times. But what I'm saying is those working for law enforcement got the shit, right? And so somehow when Hannah had said she requested it and she was going to get them on Monday, somehow Monday he gets them, he runs with it. Then Crime Circus gets them, which it made me believe, if you really want to know what I think they were distributed to the Cranks. The Cranks passed them off to Tom Webster and Crime Circus is my underlying theory. But whatever. I'll have to talk to a few people to get that story remembered because it's one of those really obvious, weird things in Delphi. It doesn't make sense. It didn't make sense, but nevertheless, it happened. And at the time when we all made a lot of noise about it, no one listened and no one cared because everyone was just so glad to have the footage. But still, it leads one to question, like, what is really going on here? And in my opinion, these guys are the outlets for law enforcement. Get it? All right. Jesus. I'm getting sidetracked here.
Video captured people's attention all around the world.
Por otra parte, nos vamos a Indiana.
10대 소녀들이 남긴
menores, una de ellas a
400 metri.
Liberty et Abigail sont déposées.
It was shocking when this became such a global story and such a high-profile case.
It was on every news channel that you could think of.
Now here's another look at the man police are so desperate to talk to.
The FBI is asking people across the country.
Here's the image police want the public to see.
Over 11,000 tips have been submitted.
And the reward for any information leading to an arrest is now up to $250,000.
I've never seen as many resources thrown at a case like this.
Unified Command was set up. It was this task force with not just the state police, but with the FBI and other federal agencies.
I'm sure Delphi thought it was going to be solved within days.
I was really hopeful. I'm like, okay, this is enough, right? Somebody's going to recognize this person.
I don't think anybody realized how.
Didn't somebody recognize you, Mike? Because I seem to remember that Mike was one of the sketches. As a matter of fact, isn't that what Holman said at CrimeCon? Okay, raise your hand. Raise your hand if you remember this. Raise your hand if you remember Holman saying at one of the prior CrimeCons that even Mike Patty was one of the sketches. Because I know, we have to be completely transparent and honest and willing to agree on the facts here. Did he say it twice? Yeah. So can we all agree that it was literally said by the lead detective here, Jerry Holman, that Mike Patty was one of the sketches? I mean, I'm not delusional or making it up or hallucinating, am I? Bruh. Bruh.
Bruh.
It was our
job to help law enforcement.
Thank you, Mustang. Mustang with the $2 super Mustang. God bless you. You don't have to do that, Mustang. Where's my party horn? Thank you, Mustang. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you, Mustang. You don't have to do that. All right. Oh, you're raising some hands. Okay. Yep. You're raising hands. Yeah, there you go. Big Jer. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Thank you. Oh, there you go. New Day remembers. Artist remembers. Mustang remembers. What's up, JoJo? Oh, look, Sway. Everyone remembers that Mike Patty was one of the sketches except Mike Patty. Oh, my God. Can't make this shit up. Thank you, Silence. Boom. This is bullshit, Alado. All right. There's old Ron. Look, I got to say, Ron does the work. Ron does the work. He's comfortable, but he does the work.
Difficult it would be to identify bridge guy.
Office manager and executive assistant to the CEO of a bank when I first got into the case. But now I'm just doing online content.
Yeah, he makes more money on YouTube spreading law enforcement's narrative than he does, running a bank. I mean, bro, oh my God.
It was our job to help law enforcement.
Yeah.
I was an office manager and executive assistant to the CEO of a bank when I first got into the case. But now I'm just doing online content. I saw the video and the audio from the Bridge Guy video, and I absolutely became obsessed with this case. Well, law enforcement asked for help and tips, but they didn't really give a lot of information. So it was up to YouTubers and people online to do the research on their own and then share it online. It's wide out in the open, so it's
then why do you believe, if you know the case this well, Tom, why do you believe it was Richard Allen? Just someone, Tom, here's what don't make sense. Okay. Here's what don't make sense, Tom. If you know the case so well, how could you ever believe that it was Richard Allen? And if your superior intellect and critical thinking skills are so on point, how could you possibly accept all that happened in the course of the trial against Richard Allen and the whole pre-trial and this whole course of events since the arrest of Richard Allen? How could you possibly actually believe that Richard Allen was a lone wolf perpetrator of this crime? It just doesn't make sense, Tom. There's no way. It's extremely disingenuous because there's no way someone as intelligent as you could possibly believe the shit you've been fed about Richard Allen with no evidence. No evidence. And you're going to fucking shill for the state? Bro, you need to do some soul searching, man. Soul searching. Really. Because I wanted to like you. I listened to you in years prior. But since this Richard Allen thing, I just don't understand what the hell is wrong with you, man.
Wide out in the open, so it's really dangerous for a bridge guy to have walked, not knowing who's going to be driving on this road. I thought, let me try to figure out who bridge guy was.
Tony Klein, Ron Logan, Mike Patty, I don't know, but not Richard Allen.
You can't really make out the facial features.
No, you cannot. That's intentional. Can't you tell it was painted over? Have you ever looked at frame by frame and try to understand why the frames seem to be painted over and the face intentionally blurred?
So I kind of focused on the non-facial features. He's wearing boots, jeans, and a blue jacket.
And don't look like Richard Allen.
I felt like around his knees, there was like some black spots. I initially thought maybe it was some holes in his jeans. There's a big debate online. Was it his hair or a hat?
Of course it's a hat. Look at it. Look at it. It's clearly a hat.
Bridge guy appears to be wearing a dark blue jacket with
It's a blue jacket, but it's not a Carhartt.
a material light enough to show the outline of something in the front pocket.
I see an out.
Well, hold on. We don't know if that's a shirt. We don't know if it's a holster. We don't know if it's a hippie sack. I'm not clear as to what that is in the first place. I'm still unclear. I mean, to me, it mostly feels like a holster, I would say. It's just too blurred out. You can't really determine, but is it a holster? Is it a shirt? Is it a pouch? I don't know what it is, but all of this is absolutely pointless. We've done this time after time after time after time for like 9 years and never gotten anywhere. It's absolute and completely pointless. All we know is it's tampered with.
Line of something in his pocket, and I couldn't really determine what it was, and that's when we had the retired CSI tech take a look at it, and he determined it was a gun.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. It was our job to help law enforcement.
All right. Sorry, guys. We're getting to the, okay. Never met. Let me catch some comments before we move on. All right. Hey, what's up, Sunflower Lola? Yolanda is here. Hey, a bunch of people coming in. I miss you guys. Good to see you. All right. All right. I'm losing track of the chat here because I'm talking too much. All right. Sorry about that. All right. I'm glad to see everyone, but okay. All right. So let me let it play.
My name is Frank Meister.
Is that one word or two?
It's one word. I consider myself a true crime enthusiast. The John Bonet case started to slow down a little bit, so I started looking for other cases to look at. And
Jean Bonet. Oh, that's where you come from, the Jean Bonet Ramsey. Oh my God! Now I didn't know that. Well, who would have known it?
Freedom of speech.
John Bonet Ramsey, another cover-up by law enforcement. Oh my God!
Delphi came across my screen. I have spent thousands of hours researching and covering this case. I have prioritized this case over family and friends.
Have you, in some ways, become somewhat obsessed with this case?
No obsession with the case at all. It was
With this case.
no obsession with the case at all. It was our job.
Become somewhat obsessed with this case.
No obsession with the case at all.
With this case.
No obsession with the case at all. It was our job to help law enforcement. It was our job to help law enforcement.
With this case.
No obsession with the case at all. It was our job.
With this case.
No obsession with the case at all. It was our job to help law enforcement.
Become somewhat obsessed with this case.
No obsession with the case at all.
Bruh.
It was our job to help law enforcement if we had any tips.
That was what the police told us they wanted us to do.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Another informant. Another informant. Do you guys realize she's an informant? Okay, she's an informant.
I was just trying to help.
Oh, I see a coincidence. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. Listen to the informants tell you what they were actually doing. It's a confession. Okay? We're about to hear a confession from two informants.
Have you, in some ways, become somewhat obsessed with this case?
No obsession with the case at all. It was our job to help law enforcement if we had any tips.
It was our job to help law enforcement.
That was what the police told us they wanted us to do.
That was what the police told us, informants, they wanted us to do.
I was just trying to help.
I was just trying to help as an informant, as a confidential informant.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel.
This is a live by surprise to report breaking news.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying we're going to stop playing games. Okay? Stop playing games and playing see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. We're monkeys. We're going to stop being monkeys. And we're going to be honest in this community. As I mentioned, this entire product here is nothing but law enforcement product. It's nothing but informants, friends, and family members.
Getting ready to get on the bridge.
There were a lot of armchair detectives. Overnight, there was 100 of them. I couldn't keep up.
I'm not sure that police even knew what was going to happen once they asked for tips. Nobody could have imagined 30,000 tips from people all over the world, absolutely obsessed with this case, accusing various men in the community of being a double child murderer.
Including Rick Allen. Okay, Tom, we're going to straighten you out. We're going to straighten you out. Accusing various men in the community of being a double child murderer like Richard Allen.
Accusing various men in the community of being a double child murderer.
The first time I saw the picture of Bridge Guy, it could have been anybody. It really could have been anybody.
In the beginning, I looked at everybody.
The feeling was always there of either running into somebody at the gas station or the grocery store.
You never knew if the person you just walked right past was, you know, the person that did this.
It was like no one could trust anyone anymore. No matter how long you knew them, how close you were.
It became a witch hunt in Delphi.
The police came to my house and they took my dad's DNA. Like, I was...
Oh, Sandifer? Oh, my God.
Oh, my God! Terrified because I'm...
Did you guys realize they also took some troll farm DNA? Oh, troll farm doesn't want to talk about that, do we? Do we?
Like, what does that mean? You know, like, could that be my dad?
Nobody was off limits. Nobody.
It went so big, so fast. It was information overload. It was definitely not the normal for Carroll County. It was hard to keep under control.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
On July 17th, 2017, the Indiana State Police released a sketch artist image.
So the sketch was from a witness that had been on the trail that day, that saw a man that resembled the person that was in Libby German's video.
Police are now releasing a detailed sketch of the suspect and saying the 5-month-old case is nowhere near over.
We really thought we would have had somebody in custody by now. It didn't happen.
I don't know when I stopped getting excited about every new thing that came on because it really was just agonizing.
Look at the time ticking by.
That we felt.
Okay, here's what I feel. Look at the time ticking by here in this graphic.
I was not very confident that they would be able to solve this case.
A question for you guys, okay? What if both of these sketches are that be a bullshit? What if this is more of the planted information? Remember how I said the phone? It appears to me that the crime scene photo of the phone is planted and staged. It's a staged photo. What if these are staged? What if these are totally fucking fabrications? The reason neither one of these ain't ever been caught is because neither one of these ever existed. What about that?
In April 2019, police...
Immediately after Garrett Kurtz was arrested for the murder of Nicole Bowen along with Ashley Garth, right? Immediately after you called back in, was it Carba and Blair to come back in? Right? What else happened that we had figured recently in late March, early April 2019? Immediately after Hannah Shakespeare's 2019 documentary when she came to town fucking with all of you. Yeah, it's very important to think about what happened in March 2019 and early April. I would say February, March, April 2019, before the press conference.
Had a press conference for the first time in a few years.
Into a major new development, police releasing a new sketch tonight.
They revealed this young guy sketch, whereas previously it was an older man, like 35 to 50, and this new sketch looked like a 20-year-old.
Why is this new sketch so vastly different than a sketch released nearly 2 years ago?
This is such a contrast from the first composite photo. Do you really expect us to buy this? That it's the same guy?
It turned
out. Do you really expect us to buy that be a bullshit? You better hide your kids.
Well, obviously we have a rapist in Lincoln Park.
Yeah, who are these guys? For real. For real, do you really expect? Is the world supposed to believe this shit? That, okay, you're looking for this killer for 2 years, and suddenly you blindside the world with this other fucking killer who's 30 years younger. And the more time goes on, I look at both of these and want to fucking bust out laughing. It's like, neither of these ever existed. Is this a fucking psyop? Is this actually a psyop?
Bruh. Out that another person who saw the man on the day of the murders went to police and said, I'm frustrated that I gave you this description of this younger man Yet for the past 2 years, you've been asking the public for help finding this.
Oh, that's the Betsy Blair, that be a bullshit story. We're not believing that either, Mr. Webster, anymore. That story sounds bonkers.
Man.
Typically, you don't release 2 sketches. And that was very confusing for a lot of people in the community.
Well, obviously, this new sketch, we've all been looking for the wrong man for 2.5 years.
I don't know, it was hard to see the second sketch.
Yeah, I'd be pissed too.
Believe that they were on the right track.
As time goes on, you start to lose hope, and you start to believe that they're not going to find this guy.
I think over time during this investigation, the stress is very evident. We were getting irritated.
These 2 8th graders were murdered, and year after year went on without solving it. So there was a huge amount of pressure.
You don't say, Tom. And Tom, you still can't figure out that they had incentive to go and frame Richard Allen and arrest him for this crime, to get a notch in their belt and to check this off the list because of the immense public pressure, and because they were at risk of losing control of the entire operation if Tony Liggett did not win that election. You can't figure that out, Tom Webster. I would think that you could figure that out. Like, if you just reason and you think of politics and you think of political pressure, you can't reason out that they had a huge incentive when the fucking Keegan Kline river search was a total bust because he told them the wrong spot in the river, and they wasted all that money and all that time, and they had all that public scrutiny, and they were at risk of losing control of the entire investigation if an independent got in. It hasn't occurred to you, it didn't occur to you that they might have had incentive to find a patsy and set him up for this shit? Especially when you damn well know, Tom Webster, that the fucking YouTubers tipped his ass in. You know yourself that Turbo and Dawn Toretti both fucking confessed to tipping Richard Allen in the year prior to his arrest. You damn well know that. Why play ignorant? You know that they confessed to tipping him in the year prior to his arrest. You know the pressure was building. You know that the political pressure was building. And you know that the clock was ticking on them possibly losing control of this investigation, which means losing control of the entire fucking cover-up. And it still doesn't occur to you that possibly they figured out they would railroad this guy and force him to plead guilty to this. And therefore, they would never have to take him to trial, except no matter what they tried to do to imprison him illegally in solitary confinement of maximum security prison, inject him full of Haldol till he went absolutely fucking bonkers, feed him information with the sextortionist MK Ultra nurse, and then extract these confessions out of him in this desperation. It still didn't occur to you that this is possibly a railroading?
The stress is very evident. We were getting irritated.
These 2 8th graders were murdered, and year after year went on without solving it. So there was a huge amount of pressure to solve it.
Solve, Tom, quote unquote, solve it.
Breakthrough in the Delphi double murder investigation.
This is a day more than 5 years in the making.
Now to a twist in a shocking crime story that's captivated so many for years. The tragic murder of 2 Indiana teens.
Since the murders of Abby and Libby 2,086 days ago, the daily investigative team has worked tirelessly. I am proud to report that an arrest has been made.
You're proud of that, Doug? Doug Carter, you're proud of that?
News was starting to creep out that there had been an arrest in this case. It came as a complete shock.
The suspect, investigators say, was hiding in plain sight. 50-year-old Richard Allen has been charged for their murders.
I'll tell you what, if you sit here, we can turn the monitor so you can see.
All right.
My name is Kathy Allen, and I am the spouse of Richard Allen. Ricky, he's my husband of 34 years. He is a family man. Ricky is a wonderful, caring, compassionate father. Non-judgmental, very giving. And he has good morals.
Oh my gosh, she's beautiful. What a beautiful woman. Who can't see that? Who can't say? What about all the fucking retards out there trying to implicate her in some type of untoward doing, saying that she's helping to cover up for her husband? Really? A fucking beautiful woman like this? Sorry, I'm playing it over.
Non-judgmental, very
Charged for their murders.
I'll tell you what, if you sit here, we can turn the monitor so you can see.
All right.
My name is Kathy Allen, and I am the spouse of Richard Allen. Ricky, he's my husband of 34 years. He is a family man. Ricky is a wonderful, caring, compassionate father. Non-judgmental, very giving. And he has good morals.
But I got all this evidence that we can present to a jury.
We got all this evidence that we can present to a jury, Rick.
Who's going to say, Rick did this?
How dare you accuse someone who is nothing but a people pleaser and works out in the public? How dare you? I want true justice for Abby and Libby, but it should not be at the expense of an innocent person.
You can present to a jury of your peers who's going to say, Rick did this.
How dare you accuse someone who is nothing but a people pleaser and works out in the public?
Yeah, key point, Kathy. How dare you accuse someone who's nothing but a people pleaser, works out in the public the entire fucking time? Okay, the entire time he was front and center. What wasn't it just like blocks away from the police station? Front and center. I guarantee you every single witness, quote unquote, who was out there the day they say those girls were taken, every single fucking witness saw Rick Allen multiple times when they went into CVS or they went into Walmart or out in public. People laid eyes on this man. How in the world does no one notice? Oh, yeah, he's the guy I've seen. I better go tell the police. He never moves. He never sells his gun, never throws his gun in the river.
I want true justice for Abby and Libby, but it should not be at the expense of an innocent person.
All right. All right. All right.
Okay. You want, let's see. Oh my gosh, our prom. I got a cheap prom dress, and he didn't mind wearing peach. He had peach on. I think this one was in 90. We just look like babies. Oh yeah, oh my gosh. My aunt did my hair for our wedding. Man, he was a good looking guy. He still is, but. He was so excited about having a girl. He's good daddy. This is probably my favorite picture of us together. These actually bring me joy because those were good times. I just have to hope they're coming back, so.
Sorry, Kathy.
Today is not a day to celebrate, but the arrest of Richard M. Allen of Delphi on 2 counts of murder is sure a major step in leading to the conclusion of this long-term and complex investigation.
Conclusion. All you were interested in was a conclusion to this, to put it to rest forever.
Well, obviously, we have a rapist in Lincoln Park.
Unbelievable. Unfucking believable shit you guys have pulled in this case. Supposedly for justice for Abby and Libby. Supposedly. Unbelievable what you fucking pulled here. And still are.
Why have you decided to speak today?
I need people to know that my husband's not a monster. He's not the monster that people think he is. He's been accused of a horrendous crime, being charged with double homicide of 2 girls. I just need to get a breath. Okay.
All right, Kathy.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I met Richard through my cousin. We went to school together, but she thought we'd be a good match. Call him Ricky. That's how he introduced himself to me, I'm Ricky. He was really cute. And he had kind of long, wavy blonde hair, beautiful blue eyes. He just was really sweet. I mean, I hadn't met a guy like him before.
Is that a pregnant mommy who just gave birth or something like that? It's like this is my favorite moment. My favorite moment with a woman is like a heroic human being who's just given birth to another soul in recovery after giving birth. No more of a hero will you ever see than a mother.
Ricky and I always felt a connection, and we didn't care what people thought. We were going to get married right out of high school. We had a daughter in 1994, Brittany. Ricky is a wonderful, caring, compassionate father. Taking care of family was his top priority. We decided Delphi was a good place to raise a child, so we did move there in 2006.
We decided Delphi was a good place to raise a child. Is that selfless or what?
Ricky's always been in customer service. At that point, he left Walmart and started at CVS. Brittany graduated in 2013, and so she was going to college. Ricky had the day off on the 13th.
Okay, now we're getting to the 13th. Okay, the 13th. God bless Kathy and Rick, Brittany. Now we're going back in time. Okay, so let me make myself a little bigger. Okay, so now we're going to go back in time a bit to February 13th.
And I get home that evening and Ricky's laying on the couch. I just remember sitting down on the couch and the news flash came on. He's like, well, what's going on? I said, well, the news is on and there's 2 girls missing in Delphi. He's like, what? I said, they said they were out on the Monon Trail today. He seemed very surprised. And he's like, well, I was out on the trail today. I'm like, did you see them? And he said, no. Trail today.
This is an interesting story. So listen there's another tell here, in my opinion. Listen to this, okay?
Came on. He's like, well, what's going on? I said, well, the news is on and there's 2 girls missing in Delphi. He's like, what? I said, they said they were out on the Monon Trail today.
The news is on. They say there's 2 girls missing in Delphi. He's like, what? Yeah, they say they were out on the Monon Trail today.
He seemed very surprised.
He seemed very surprised. He seemed very surprised.
And he's like, well, I was out on the trail today. I'm like, did you see them? And he says, no. Ricky called the police department to speak to the officers. He was more than willing to help.
Fact. We have the reports. Fact. Not a lie.
It was a couple days or more before they even talked to him. He texted me and said, he met with this conservation officer, didn't give me his name.
Fact. Fact. Not a lie.
They met at the Save-A-Lot grocery store. It wasn't a big deal. He goes, they just took my phone and looked at it and he handed it back. But then we heard nothing. We heard nothing. After the murders, we all were scared. We didn't walk that trail for a long, long time after that. And in fact, Ricky said, I don't want you going out by yourself anymore.
I don't want you going out by yourself anymore.
Bruh.
Sounds like they're scared of a killer out there. Somebody who's going to brutally murder somebody.
Freedom of speech.
But our lives went on. Our lives went on. Everybody's lives went on. It was like you went to work the next day. I mean, what are you going to do? The years went on. Not one person says a word?
Not one person says a word. The years went on. Okay? Now, I just like to sort of pause and interject something here. We say it all the time. We say it all the time, but it's really, listen. $13. 213 312 013 310 1013 October 13th, the 13th. The dates of the major events in this entire cover-up are absolutely appalling. The dates. So many things have occurred on the 13th. Or the 31st. You might remember the judge even attempted to have the verdict read at 2:13, and a train, oddly enough, ironically, prevented that. Wouldn't you know it, October 13th, 2022.
For
What
5
happens?
or 6 years, and all of a sudden officers came to our door and knocked on our door and wanted to know if they could talk to him. They're like, well, we'd like for you to come down to the station.
I want to make sure you understand you're not under arrest or anything like that, okay? And the door here is open. You can leave anytime you want. I'd be glad to give you a ride back or whatever.
It started out just kind of nice, questions here and there. And
can you help us understand what was going on Monday, February the 13th? What were you wearing that day? Blue jeans, and I'm sure I put on a jacket. I've had Carhartt jackets over the years. What color is your jacket? The one was blue, the one was black.
And then they started drilling him and asking him, the picture, is this you?
As you well know, we have pictures of an individual that was on the bridge. And to some great degree, you described that individual as wearing, yourself as wearing blue jeans, a jacket of the same color. And this is a picture that was taken with the phone of one of the girls. Is that you? If it was taken with the girl's phone, that is absolutely, it's not me, but I never have met these girls before, so even if I thought it looked like me, if it was taken with the girl's phone, there's no way it could be.
Ricky knew something wasn't right when he was being interrogated.
Yeah, I think it slowly settled onto him. I think it very slowly settled onto him. Uh-oh. They're backing me in the corner. They're targeting me.
He's wearing the same clothing that you just told us. We just need to know what happened. Why? Sure. I said I was wearing blue jeans. Now, I think blue jeans is a pretty common thing that people wear. And I said I was probably wearing a black or a blue coat. It could have been a Carhartt, a zip-up with a hoodie in it. I don't know what it is, but this seems to have taken a turn, I've got nothing to worry about, so I'm not real concerned here, but your attitudes towards me have definitely changed.
Does that strike you guys as a guilty person backed into a corner? Or does that strike you guys as an innocent person saying, I don't give a shit. I'm not guilty. I'm okay.
And I don't like the fact that...
Hey, thank you, Deb. Thank you, Deb. Thank you. Thank you, Deb. I got a little distracted, but let me back it up. Of course, that's what they're trying to do, to come in, because we're really hitting on the nail on the head right now. Okay, thank you, Deb. You're beautiful. Thank you.
Changed, and I don't like the fact that, it feels more like I'm being interrogated. It's not me. You're not going to make me believe it's me. You're not going to find anything that ties me to those murders, so I'm not really that concerned. We're done here. So arrest me or take me home.
Hey. Look at how straightforward he's being. I don't know how many of you have really watched this. I'm going to play that again. Look at his eyes. Look at his eye contact. Okay? Listen how direct, to the point, with eye contact. Listen what just said. Oh my God. I'm not going to be distracted right now. I'm not going to fucking be distracted. So you guys can try all the shit you're going to try. There we go.
It's not me. You're not going to make me believe it's me. You're not going to find anything that ties me to those murders. So I'm not really that concerned. We're done here. So
It's not me. You're not going to make me believe it's me. You're not going to find anything that ties me to those murders. So I think we're done here. Pretty fucking direct, is it not? Okay. I'm going to back it up again because I got distracted by some bullshit, but let it play again for you guys.
I'm real concerned here, but your attitudes towards me are definitely fair. If it was taken with the girl's phone, that is absolutely, I mean, it's not me, but I never have met these girls before, so even if I thought it looked like me, if it was taken with the girl's phone, there's no way it could be.
Ricky knew something wasn't right when he was being interrogated.
He's wearing the same clothing that you just told us. We just need to know what happened. Why? Sure. I said I was wearing blue jeans. Now, I think blue jeans is a pretty common thing that people wear. And I said I was probably wearing a black or a blue coat. It could have been a Carhartt, a zip-up with a hoodie in it. I don't know what it is, but this seems to have taken a turn, you know. I've got nothing to worry about, so I'm not real concerned here, but your attitudes towards me have definitely changed, and I don't like the fact that, you know, it feels more like I'm being interrogated.
You see how what he says there is very interesting. He says, like in other words, think of what he's worried about. So if you're a killer and you're backed into a corner in an interrogation room, is the main thing you're going to be thinking about and saying is that your attitudes against me have changed? Because it seems to me like he's much more concerned with their attitudes towards him, which seems exceptionally like reasonable. That's what a normal person would be worried about. Like, here we walk into a room normally all friendly and everything, you know, we sit down here and all of a sudden it turns from friendly to fucking negative and your attitudes have changed. That would be the number one thing I would be worrying about if I wasn't guilty.
Changed, and I don't like the fact that, you know, it feels more like I'm being interrogated. It's not me. You're not going to make me believe it's me. You're not going to find anything that ties me to those murders, so I'm not really that concerned. We're done here. So arrest me or take me home.
He said he felt like he was being accused of something he didn't do. Well, the next thing you know, they're coming to the house with a search warrant. You know, my husband and I are sitting in our van in our driveway just waiting for him to be done. I'm crying. Ricky was trying to console me because I was just like, what is happening? And why would they even ask you these questions? Of course, our neighbors are going by. We were mortified. We were so embarrassed to have vans and cop cars all over our house. Somewhere along the lines, Ricky said something like, well, it's over, it doesn't matter anymore. And then they said, well, we're taking your car. So they drag our car out.
They take the car, in which they find 0 blood spatter, 0 DNA, 0 fibers matched to the girls, 0 hairs matched to the girls. Absolutely pristine, nothing tying this car to the crime. But all the fucking bloodluster guilters ignore that fact, forget about that fact, and want you to believe that he walked muddy and bloody from brutally slaughtering 2 girls, looking like he just slaughtered a hog. They want you to believe that muddy and bloody guy, covered in blood and mud, got into this vehicle without leaving a single speck or trace of blood. How's that possible? How is it possible?
On a flatbed. So yeah, that was a pretty bad day. The 26th of October is when we went to pick up our car. We get asked if we could clear up a few things. Ricky's like, well, sure. Gives me, you know, his coat and such. And
well, apparently, they've struck me down again.